Hello and welcome to Tales Across Time and Space. I'm Thomas, your game master, and I'm joined by Jane ESP.
Hey, it's me, Jamie SP, and I'm playing Cutie Carbuncle, the Janice.
And Crystalline Kitsune.
Hi, I'm Crystalline Kitsune, and I am playing Artemis the Protege.
And Ari Wolf. No sound. No sound.
My mic's been acting up. Sorry. What's up, Wolfpack? Ari Wolf here, and I'm playing Archangel the Nova.
You do charge it, right?
It's charged.
Okay, first thing that...
It's charged.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah, it's charged. I think there's something up with the mic.
Speaking of being charged, it's Zeiston.
I'm Zeistund, and I am playing Blackbird, the Doomed. Doom.
Womp womp.
And Radical Dishonesty.
Hi, I'm Radical Dishonesty. I'm playing Regalia, the Outsider.
And last but not least, Mistral.
Hi, I'm Mistral, and I'm playing Inferno, the Transformed.
Today we're playing Masks: A New Generation. If you want to see more, like, subscribe, and follow. This notifies you and helps us reach a wider audience. So, I don't think I have any updates before we start today. Note that I think starting the second week in August, we are going to have a brief hiatus as I will be on vacation. So, give or take that. I'll look up the
Wait,
exact...
when will we be having a brief hiatus? Oh, next
Camping.
month?
Camping, yeah.
Next month, oh yeah.
Yeah. So, just starting to say the heads up, I'll have the
2-week
dates.
hiatus.
Maybe, I don't know, it depends on when the dates fall.
At least 2-week hiatus. I have the dates written down.
Well, we'll worry about that next week on forming them. We'll look into the meantime. So, that out of the way, last time, I don't really remember. Because, I know how it ended, but I'm trying to remember all the build up to that. It's did I do a bunch of, little solo things with everyone?
You did something with Blackbird. You did something with Cutie and their human, a non-superhero persona.
We come
And then we
back
all met
on a
up for some
Friday, by
pizza
the way.
joint.
So,
I learned I have
2
a
weeks.
family member.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you there, Dyson.
Oh, I said I learned I have a family member, and
Right.
at dealing with demons stuff.
Yeah, and they gave you, I apparently had decided to choose the most pretentious names in my name suggestion thing.
Yes.
Oh, actually, we're only going to miss 1 week because we leave on the 5th.
So, let's see, did I do anything with Inferno? This is why I really need to remember when I work on Mondays to actually just, on the bus ride, just listen to last week's session.
Notes.
Wait, didn't...
Inferno was meditating with his...
Right, the meditation that didn't
I couldn't remember if that was last week or the time before.
Yeah, the
that.
meditation that obviously did not go well.
Yes.
Yeah, it went perfectly all according to plan, no problems. Just like me and my dad.
Oh yeah, that was a full scene.
Mhm.
And did we do anything? Do you remember what we did with Artemis at all? So
Artemis was being taught by Hermes.
Right, Hermes.
Classroom.
Yes, the classroom, aka the Great Wall of China.
Get that.
I mean, got up messages and travel.
And then we were celebrating the return of Crimson Coke with an everything pizza. And we got through some awkward conversations, and we decided to settle some differences in laser tag.
Laser tag back at home so that Inferno could play.
Yes. Because
You know, we decided last week. I don't know if we need to do a double check of who I assigned everyone's team to be.
I already
Written down
remember.
if we need
I
to.
remembered
Oh,
that.
good.
All I remember is I'm with Shitbird.
Yes, because very deliberately it's Inferno, Blackbird, and Cutie Carbuncle. Because that's the only way
Yeah.
that team is not going to self-destruct.
It's true.
Even then, it's going to be
Am I still self-destruct?
that's what I was just saying.
Am I self-destruct?
It's gonna be
strike
interesting.
and leave the pussycat standing there.
But yeah, so that takes us to now where like based on T. Carbuncle's request and adapting some more for fun training programs, you kind of managed to kit bash a laser tags VR sim. It's gonna you set
This
it
would be
up.
fun.
You set it to kind of randomly generate a layout and a theme for it. You repurpose some assets from some more video game like training simulation stuff that's not more for fun than for hardcore thing. But
Didn't realize we had the.
you have a freaking holodeck. You think you're not gonna have some games there?
No, Dad could delete them.
Aren't you like a technology expert?
No.
We had
No, okay. Me as a player, this is the first time I've heard of this.
Okay.
we have a Blackbird hologram just for me to destroy.
But you want to bet that Archangel is the one that made those for him.
I'm not surprised. I'm not. So yes. I think I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah. You set the parameters to be that and you explain to everyone the rules because if you break the rules, the simulation will detect and you'll get disqualified. You can use your powers, but they have to be used on yourself or the environment. Because only lasers can draw blood in this universe. So
Yeah, we don't need to make this into a full-fledged issue. Nope.
So wait, I missed part of it. We can only use the powers to defend or escape. We can't use them on other people. But then I was thinking about lasers drawing blood. What did I miss?
because I'm saying that only lasers can wound your opponents in this game.
I get it comes from now. Sorry, I have to deal with 2 dogs right now instead of 1.
Yeah. But yes. But
Can
yeah.
you lay down?
So why don't we? I actually want to kind of RP this out. Kitty Carbuncle announcing the teams for this.
Boy.
Well, I already did. I thought I kind of was doing that back at but I don't know. No, I guess we didn't do it. I thought that was like a closing image page last time, with just kind of showing who I picked out for teams.
Yeah, I wanted to establish it, but like I figured this is a good get the ball rolling so I can kind of build off of it and kind of get the game stuff going.
Thank you.
All right, so it's me, Artemis, and quote Shitbird.
No, Inferno.
Oh, right, that's right.
Yeah, so in character, please. Like that's why I wanted.
All right, so the teams are gonna be me, Artemis, and Inferno, and then
Blackbird and Inferno. Look, I know you won't really want Artemis on your team.
In character.
Wait, what?
He keeps trying to put you on Kitty Carbuncle's team.
Oh, because he wants Artemis on his
just
team because best shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Then I was confused on what we had decided.
Yeah. No, the idea was to have Inferno and Blackbird on the team to try to get them to work together.
Yes.
With you trying
Yeah.
to...
yes,
But also not to leave them alone.
Weren't we gonna do teams of
because
3?
then they will murder
Yes.
each other.
Yeah.
Inferno, Blackbird, and me, and then Artemis, Regalia, and
Yes. Because I also had kind of wanted Regalia and Artemis to be on a team together because there's kind of a weird power dynamic between those two.
Well, weird power dynamic and possibly fight for team lead.
Huh?
That's the kind of power dynamic he's talking about. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like political power.
Political power, quote unquote.
For me, it was more
We just
just me
gonna have
trying
her hands full.
the biggest issue players to work together and maybe work out some stuff.
So yes.
Which is definitely Artemis and Blackbird. Inferno and Blackbird.
Yeah.
They kind of had a bad time together last time.
And every other time,
they don't kill each other this time.
Well, that's the reason why there's another group there to prevent
Don't
that.
kill each other this time. They're making it sound like they actually did kill each other before.
No, they tried. That's the thing.
They tried.
But
No. They didn't try to kill each other. They tried to kill
I think the important thing, though, is that they did not succeed at killing each other.
Yes.
Does not stop them from trying if it gets to that point.
Oh, definitely.
So, as you kind of boot up the program, it default settings to best out of 3 rounds.
Better now?
yeah.
Okay.
With
Just let me
one
know when it
shot,
does that. If I
knockout
shove it
to
a little,
everyone.
it sounds like it'll open back up.
It went again.
We're doing,
Huh?
especially if you're doing 3 rounds, I imagine it's just one hit, you're out, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. And it went again.
Unless it's done by a point.
I think it's going to be going in and out.
But I don't want. I
That's
feel
right,
like
let's see.
I don't want to emulate a point-based system
Here.
right now.
There, okay.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
turned it
so-
around.
Because this is more
Save
like
now.
teamwork.
Yeah.
If we add a points-based system, that makes it even more competitive, which goes
Well,
against the very reason she wanted to do this.
To be fair, we all have superpowers. A one hit you're out is probably good enough because most of us are probably going to be blocking or dodging.
Yes. I expect the defend other action to get used a lot this session.
Well, I don't know if anyone on this team has that specialization. No, not at all.
That's Savior, FYI, not mundane.
I'm away. I'm away. That isn't me right now.
Alright, so you start it up and you see a bunch of little screenshots start rotating around really fast as it is generating the level and randomizing its theme. And you catch sights of things like Carnival theme, Tron World.
In the grid?
Yes, there's a word.
Thank you for tossing Tron in there. I very much appreciate that.
But and as you suddenly go do 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 do, and you hear a voice saying, "Forge, registered trademark, Castle Courtyard, selected." You've tried to remove that, but it seems to be tied to the particular asset set.
Damn it. Oh well.
Registered trademark of Agni Industries.
Damn it, Dad.
So it says, please enter your spawn zones. And you see a blue circle, at the opposite ends of the room, you see a red circle kind of glow and glow, and you see a little blue circle kind of glow. So.
Alright. Well, I'm going to outright assume that the other team's going to get red. So I'm going to blue.
What, the edgelords are going to get it red?
Yeah, well, to be fair, Inferno's main color scheme is red.
Yes.
True.
Honestly,
So
if
she's
you
like, I'm going to blue.
if you look at
edgy red, we have the fire creature, the dude of darkness and demons, and me.
Hey,
pink is a form of red.
Yeah.
I know.
It's not pink, it's lightish red.
Yeah, no, we're not pulling red versus blue into this.
I mean, my color scheme is green, so I won't be on my color scheme.
I mean, basically we have warm colors and cool colors.
Mine is
and
green
Regalia
and gold.
being whatever color he feels is most fashionable in the moment.
Regalia made an argument.
To be fair, his outfit is fairly warm colors.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Does Regalia just kind of do a little thing just to color coordinate with the team color, or does he just not care?
I'm not sure. He's fine with what he has.
Okay.
Come here.
So as you guys all step into the circle, you see a kind of like basically a wireframe version of the area. Kind of starts off so you can kind of see the layout. What it looks like is there is a central courtyard with a couple of like mid-height hedges, kind of forming a little mini hedge maze. There is an upper balcony overlooking the courtyard, and in front of your spawn area, there's basically like a circular hallway that has a few windows looking out into the courtyard that connects, that kind of wraps around, and you're kind of in it. Will look like you're in a room that leads into the courtyard. Any other details you are free to add as dramatically appropriate.
And I do want to make a reminder to the GM, this is a situation I kind of set up so I could also help people burn off some of those conditions, hopefully. Whether it be from me talking to them or them being able to do something that hopefully will help cure that conditioning.
Break down a wall?
Break down something important? See, that's a trick. It has to be something important, so breaking through something in a virtual simulation isn't necessarily going to... It'll be a little harder to do that way. I mean, I can't say that you can't. It's a possibility. It just has to be contextually correct for that to happen. So
break the entire simulator.
That would
simulator.
Yeah,
that'll make us pay for it, Inferno. You're not allowed to break the simulator.
Wow.
Wouldn't be the first time the old geezer made me. Geezer yelled at me for it.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I think
clean it up.
We had. Did you ever get to the point where you had to leave a scene with your 5 conditions, Inferno?
No,
Okay. Yeah, you were just on the.
But yeah, that's. I think the reason why I wanted to start off with Inferno, if I'm going to do something here, I'll help clear some conditions.
Yeah. So all right. So then after that, the wireframe kind of goes up, and then everything actually gets texture, and you actually can see the world around you. And it says, "Round begins in 30 seconds. It's time to strategize."
Strategize, huh?
Seconds isn't really enough time.
Strategize fast. Yes.
Hey, these are just the default. It started with the default settings. You didn't take time to kind of tweak it. And we all know from Among Us, it takes a few rounds to get the settings just right.
You tweak it after the first round.
Blackbird's gonna sigh and say, "Let's get this over with." As he kneels down to the ground, touches his shadow, and makes a number of ravens that fly out from it.
For no reason other than to be edgy, I assume.
Oh no, they're gonna be scouts.
Alright.
Idea.
So, anyone else doing any preparations or things just before the match starts?
I do want to look over at Inferno specifically and go like, well, do you have any good ideas, Inferno?
Maybe not stand out in the open?
Well, that's obvious.
Being Cutie Carbuncle has their limits.
Yeah. This is me trying to give Inferno a chance to show that I value her as or him, should I say, as a respected individual who's part of my team.
Alright. Anything on Team Blue?
I'm gonna pulling a page from Blackbird's book because I also had this idea. She's gonna Archangel's gonna create a helicopter drone to scout.
Okay. So actually, at this point, I think I'm gonna leave those as blank checks right now. They're more of a positioning for a move later.
Yeah, it will be.
I feel like that's why I'm not having you roll like Unleash Your Powers or assess the situation, because there isn't a situation to assess right now.
Well, I figured with, especially with Archangel, it's a prep before Scout because you can't Scout before time starts anyway. Yeah, that's what she's
Sound was
doing.
just
while
going
she's
in and
fencing out
out.
the other two and saying, "So, what's our plan?"
Hear that, Artemis?
No, I didn't.
Archangel
Oh,
just
dear.
asked, so what's our plan?
So, what's our plan?
Well, trying to come up with a plan here. Aside from, don't touch the flaming idiot.
I get him. My brother's a hothead, but he's not an idiot.
I feel like she's used to her making these kind of comments.
She probably is, but Archangel
out of character,
read
she said she was talking about Blackbird.
But wait.
Not canon,
Anyway.
just a joke.
No, not canon. But if we don't want to get caught by Inferno, he's probably the first one we should take out, don't you think?
Yeah. Good plan.
Glad I thought of it.
Well, I assume I'm not allowed to simply cover up the targets. So,
yeah, if you try to cover them up, they actually kind of just float outward.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. This is a hologram thing. You could probably determine that
Simulations.
kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm like, however, I could definitely. He starts tugging off his gloves. Use a little scouting.
Everyone's scouting. So much scouting.
To be fair, having more than one scout's probably a good idea. She'll kind of point to the drones she's got hovering above her head.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go!
Womp womp.
All right.
Enjoying
I know that
my.
I forget which one it
sorry.
is. Go ahead.
Just saying, enjoying my video game announcer voice.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. We need to turn it to the Smash settings. 3, 2, 1, go!
I mean, that would be interesting.
Yeah. So, go ahead, Regalia. What are you doing to start this?
Oh, yeah, I need to bring up the stupid document again for all the moves, which I keep on not using.
Yeah, you don't really technically need to focus on the moves when you do it. You just kind of describe what you do, and I'm supposed to
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I recall specifically we couldn't figure out which ability this was when I did it in the past, and I had to make a suggestion. Anyway, yes, the original thing he does is spread the accessory parts of his clothing and send them all out to basically do scouting things. We're talking hands crawling along the ground. We're talking floating scarves. We're talking the cloak that moves.
Yep. So
to get caught up in the drone.
The question is, how much is your character wearing versus how much clothing did you send out?
I mean, he's still wearing like probably a dress shirt and pants.
You're not just in a universe where you're just in your underwear?
He's not naked.
No. Doesn't Regalia also keep clothes in a pocket dimension, so he could send out extra gloves and stuff?
Yes, he could do that.
Yes, it looks
so we've got a ton of gloves going around, some scarves floating about.
Yes. He's just like, here we go.
I just
Did
figured
Rand
he
just
I'm
fly
all for
off?
this.
I'm sorry, my brain is just
I'm all
get
for
this
that.
mental image. He steps out of the spawn area. He just does this thing and just shouts "fashion" and just clothing explodes everywhere. Not serious.
And
that's just
and again, there's
image.
that. There's just that single drone.
I just got the Sorcerer's Apprentice stuck in my head now.
No.
The drone is probably more beneficial of you get a very clear picture from the drone, whereas my things are they react to something, and I can tell kind of that they reacted.
Yeah, so at least got it from 2 angles because Archangel will be able to keep a bird's eye view for the
Whereas for Regalia, it's more likely more of like an alarm system than a actual seeing everything.
But you can place the thing is you can place them in strategic areas where if they sense someone from the opposing team walk by, you know, hey, don't go that way. Which would be very
something. You felt them?
Get out.
Why?
Hats off to you.
Alright,
Anyway.
So what's Red Team doing after Team Big Brother took their started spreading their drones and such?
alright, so after Blackbone sends his bird scouts, he's going to look to the others. So is there anything you guys can do other than destroy? He looks at Inferno there.
Yeah. How about a shield?
A
Well, then,
firewall?
Exactly.
At least that's someone useful. What about you, cutie?
You know me, I always got a plan. I'm gonna like conjure up my little magical girl staff and twirl it.
My brain is picturing like there would be a cutaway panel of like Cutie's plan, which is you just see a crude kid's drawing of like Inferno and Blackbird holding hands with laser guns and says laser tag friends plus laser tags equals friendship.
No, that sounds very accurate. Because keep in mind, that is the entire purpose of why I'm having us do this exercise, is to help everyone, get along. It's not supposed to be competitive. It's not supposed to be rude. It's supposed to be just people learning to trust each other and get along again. So Cutie is trying to use this as a chance to step back a little bit, but also, make sure everyone has a chance to settle whatever beach they have.
So since no one seems to want to leave their spawn zone, we're gonna have a fight of Archangel's drone and Blackbird's birds.
She's just gonna suggest.
I assume that the strategy for Regalia is he begins to scout and then moves
everyone
up,
was turned into deer.
Though
we're not gonna be turned into deer.
No,
not you, the other team.
And an advanced question: can powers be used on those things?
They're not. They're considered part of the environment. Yeah, so you can burninate the clothing.
On those things.
So I can set the clothing on fire.
Yep, as long as it's
I
not
don't
on
think
Regalia.
we'll be happy about it.
Depending on
Anyway, what was this about fight between the bird and
no, it's like your drone is giving you a feed of suddenly a flock of birds. Your flock of birds is giving you a mental image of a drone. What do?
You got your birds in my drones. You got your drones in my birds.
No.
Anyway,
Like demonic drone. Alright. They're sending scouts on our way. We could move. So yeah, with that, Blackbird's to try to find a place that's a bit more not out in the open. Especially the pink one.
so you're gonna take. The first thing that comes to your mind for the layout was probably going to be the upper level, because the lower level, like the hallway, is probably going to be the main source of traffic. But there's like staircases in the middle of the hallway, and you know where they're scouting, so you probably figure you can go to the opposite side, get up to the balcony area, or you could teleport because you're a frickin' wizard, Harry.
Blackbird's just gonna Blackbird's going to point up to the balcony and say, "Try to make it up there," and he's going to teleport there.
All right. Remind me what your official ability sets that you chose were, just so I can clarify.
Yes. Let's see. My official ability is telekinesis, psychic constructs, and body transformation.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna call for a unleash your powers on this one.
All right.
Roll plus freak.
Oh, that's not a super good roll. That is a 7.
All right. So either the effect is unstable or temporary, or you mark a condition.
We'll go with unstable or temporary.
All right.
Because the entire point of this exercise was to help remove conditions.
Well, I only have one condition, so I'm pretty good.
What is your one? By the way, what is your one condition? The text is tiny on my screen, so I can't read it.
My one condition, that is afraid.
Okay, so that is directly engage. Okay. All right. Yep. So you're kind of Fortunately, you miscalculated the space because you didn't have line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
And Regalia, what way were you walking? You're muted.
I mean, he would have picked an arbitrary direction, and probably would have spread out. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, so okay, I guess Blue. How is Blue moving out? I'll put a pin in Blackbird's teleport. So.
I think we're more. It's more sneakily in my case, at least.
Yeah.
Stealthily.
Well, if stealth could be, are we doing single file or are we spreading out?
I think spreading out.
Okay, you're spreading out. All right.
Spreading out, but staying somewhat close together.
Yeah.
Well, so here's a question: are we able to stay in contact with our specific team?
Sure.
If we spread out.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Because like I said,
this is why I asked question.
Yeah, you just have one team just switches to a different channel on your normal comm system. So.
Yeah, so I'll just comm pieces. Got it.
Yeah. So.
Before the game started, I had told her, okay, this is the channel for this team, this is for the other. No swapping channels. This is for communication.
Sure.
Yeah. So, Regalia, a Blackbird just materializes in front of you, facing away from you. What do you do?
What are we laughing at?
Rest.
I mean, reaction, right?
Yeah, you missed my reaction. I just sort of did a hands up, pull trigger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't see you over my laptop.
This makes great radio.
I can't see your image, so I assumed there was an issue.
Yeah, you're frozen. You've been frozen for a bit.
Oh.
That's fine. All right.
Okay.
All right. We're just gonna have you roll to directly engage a threat here.
Really? You're supposed to clear. Okay.
No. I'm not having you mark conditions in this case. Like this is gonna be more of a.
Okay. Not that I'm good. He's not a very good shot. Let's see. Have I not joined? Hold on.
Yeah, because I was almost gonna write up special moves for this, but then I started realizing it, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna commit myself that hard.
There we go. No.
That's a 3.
Regalia does not shoot well. But I'm sure that laser makes it really obvious he's there.
Yes. So yeah, as you kind of you kind of get startled, so you just kind of fumble because you're not used to you don't normally shoot guns. That's not what you normally do.
Right, absolutely. And there's no way to rely on sorcery to use any of that too, which he might rely on for even physical attacks.
So as you fumble it and like, uh,
I think fumble is more like he tries to pull his thing up, but pulls the trigger early, and it makes the noise from behind
zero.
Blackbird. Yes.
Yeah, Blackbird, you just saw like a line of blue light streak past the side of your head. What do you do?
I'm gonna get the fuck out of there.
So you dive out the window into the courtyard and duck through the hedge maze.
Yeah.
If there's a window, then immediately Regalia like goes over to look over it, but does not look like tactically sound. It's not like he puts his back to it and peers over. He just sort of, huh?
All right, so Inferno, how are you making your? Are you just going down one of the side halls then?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say you're going Regalia v Blackbird was in the hall opposite of the drones and birds.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one you're going down, the one with the drones and birds, if that's all right. Which one of Team Blue is going down that way? Artemis, Archangel.
Well, I imagine that Cutie is sticking close to Inferno because she is trying to use this as a moment.
Oh, there's two going down that way then. Yes?
I think so.
So we can have both Artemis and Archangel going down
Okay,
that way if we want to.
Yeah.
Are you good with that?
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay.
I'm going to apologize for my mic right now. My mic is acting up really badly.
No,
And for
fine.
some reason, it only happens on Mondays. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, your mic doesn't like us.
That's what I was about to
Apparently.
say. Your mic hates us.
Well, keep in mind, when I'm on call with just, you, fine. But as soon as we're on game, all hell breaks loose.
The mic hates Dustin.
Sorry there.
About that.
Or
I
Jane.
don't know about it.
Because Rad does Among Us with us on Thursdays. So, it's not him. It's either Dustin or Jane. Or both.
Or, it just hates Mondays.
Yeah, that too.
Got a big case of the Mondays.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2 on 2. Let's go.
I got a case of the Mondays.
Alright,
All right,
let's
I'm
go.
gonna say
So.
right now, because of the drone thing, you know what you're going into here,
Right.
Archangel. So we're gonna lead off with you.
Okay. So the drone does see.
Yeah, you can
in
see
front
them.
of me, Cutie.
It's not a clear thing, so you don't know exactly what's going on. So
It's not clear, but because birds.
Yes.
Got it. But Archangel will turn slightly towards Artemis and kind of say, my brother and Cutie are that way, and she'll kind of point to the direction of her drone.
Yeah.
Do we want to try and surprise attack?
Sounds good.
I kind of. Do we want to say there's like a tower there, or
Yeah,
something,
that's
like
what-
a higher ledge,
like,
that they can both
If it's
climb
not
up
a
onto
tower,
and shoot
and
down?
generally there is a higher ledge.
Let's climb up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Up we go.
Boop, 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 boop.
What? You don't want to do just the ninja ceiling cling?
Ow.
Cue
Well,
Mission
Archangel
Impossible
doesn't even need to climb,
montage.
she can fly. Artemis climbs, Archangel flies.
Yes.
Through
I
the
can't
ledge.
fly. I cannot
Sorry.
fly. I am
I
not
can pick
Hermes.
you up. I can pick you up. We
Eh,
can have flying.
I'll just climb.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you're in kind of the position, and you kind of.
I could climb up vines that I could create. I could always do that.
Details. You climb, I fly.
Yes.
grappling vine.
Woo!
Yay.
All right. So
Anyhow.
okay, Inferno and Kitty Harbuckle, how are you coming down this hallway? Ignoring the obvious ambush that you now know about.
Probably keeping a close eye for danger.
Alright, so you're kind of walking cautiously.
Yeah.
All
Can
right.
I'm kind of like muttering a little bit. Darn Blackbird, why do you run spread out? We're supposed to work together. It's part of this whole exercise.
Yeah. Because it's Shitbird. This is what he does.
Alright. As they kind of
So keep in mind, this is me trying to help, comfort or support here. That's relative. Because remember, that is my main goal. It's not about for me winning or losing. It's about
I will say I'll give you it on this one because in the way you are kind of trying to get Inferno to healthily vent about Blackbird versus the normal heat venting that Inferno wants to do to Blackbird.
Light him on fire.
Light him on fire, and just do whatever you tend to do in the training room.
Cook him.
21. One
Blackbird
in a pie.
Oh no! An awfully big pie.
I don't know, Thomas, if you want me to make any specific wording of how I'm saying it, but that is the aim of my goal for
Yeah,
these
I feel like you
here,
can.
So.
I am allowing you to trigger it. Go ahead and roll plus mundane.
Oh, well, that's a 12. That should hopefully be enough.
Do you open up and really say what you're frustrated with Blackbird about?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us.
All right. Yes, tell us in character.
He's done this every single time. He takes off, does what does what he wants. This is supposed to be a team. He doesn't attempt to work with us.
Now I noticed he can be rather lone wolf for a bird.
Yeah,
I was gonna make a joke about him being a bit flighty.
Yeah, that be put
Lady.
That be putting it
so yes,
nicely.
Because you opened up to me, you can clear condition is probably the one you want to take, considering how many conditions you're suffering right now.
And since they opened up, you also get something out of it.
Oh, I do too?
Yeah, because look at the 10 plus result.
Oh, sweet. What do I get out of it then? Oh, also, I could add a team to the pool, which I guess I'll do it just because I don't have any conditions right now, so I guess I'll just add a team to the pool in general for the future.
Yep.
Lucky you.
Alright, so, what condition do you think that cleared?
Probably insecure.
Okay. Yeah, because you feel heard about your problem, so he doesn't feel like it's just you.
I feel like, okay, it's not just me seeing this. That if someone else is seeing this as Blackbird has this problem.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Fortunately, though, as you are venting about thing, Artemis has a clear shot at your glowing target. Artemis?
Yeah.
Take the shot.
Do you want to say anything about how you can take the shot right now?
I'm just gonna take the shot.
Alright, roll to directly engage a threat.
Okay.
So just roll plus danger. I know this is...
Quote, threat.
Basically, I'm treating it instead of working condition, you just are out, you get eliminated from the game. Like, as in, like...
Oh yeah, I got that.
I'm trying to find mine. There they are. So roll plus danger?
Yep, roll plus danger. Just a quick and dirty at it.
Um, 10.
Alright, get to pick 2. Resist or avoid any counterattack. Take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Repeat those again a second.
resist or avoid their counterattack.
That.
You can take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or you know what? Let's just eliminate the thing. It's just two choices because of the limited context here. Is create an opportunity or resist or violence. You get both.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
So, what kind of opportunity do you create for Archangel?
Well, for one thing, I've distracted them.
Yep.
So it would be easier for her to hit them.
Okay. So yeah, so.
And I may have possibly actually hit one of them, so...
You did hit one.
Okay, I did hit one.
Who are you aiming for?
Inferno, because that was who we were going after first.
Okay.
We were focusing on Inferno first.
Inferno, you just suddenly, it's like... I think it's like the 5th shipbird line is when you get hit.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see your little vest thing here. And you feel sad inside. A little bit. Not like we're conditioned sad.
Sad inside, huh?
Sad.
Disappointed. A little disappointed.
This.
No,
this isn't Inferno we're talking about.
Yeah, and so the opportunity is you caught them so off guard that Archangel gets a chance to act before Carbuncle gets to respond.
Okay, definitely take the shot.
Alright, roll plus danger.
Oh, right. Hang on, let me find my dice. Alright. 2 rolls. What am I rolling against? Danger?
Yep, danger.
So 9.
Alright, so you can either resist or avoid their counterattack or create an opportunity for your ally.
Take resist counterattack.
Yep, sorry. So yeah, you just eliminated 2/3 of their team.
Sorry, boys and girls. She kind of waves down to Inferno and Carbuncle.
Cutie! All of a sudden, after this assault, all of a sudden looks down and notices she's also out. It's just like, oh, goofy.
Alright, Blackbird, you kind of see Regalia kind of looking over the courtyard as you're kind of crouching behind underneath behind a hedge. What do you do?
Yeah, I probably got the notice that both my teammates are down, so I'm just like, looks like I need to do this by myself. And he's going to take a shot at Regalia.
Alright, roll plus danger.
Right.
Oh, Regalia, for that 3, don't forget to mark potential.
Oh, okay.
Because you get, every time you fail, you get to mark the thing that is XP but not called XP.
Yeah. I'm just,
I think I got a 0.
You got a 0.
Yes.
You didn't think it was possible for a virtual laser tag gun to jam, but wow, you did it. It seems like you're having a weird effect on the magic and your technology just are not gelling in the right way, I guess.
Who would know that magic people wouldn't get along with tech super well?
Yeah.
Really, that's kind of like the case with both.
I don't know. I thought his accuracy was so-so.
Alright, but Regalia, you suddenly see a blackbird kind of jump up and try to shoot you, and it doesn't even shoot. What do you do?
Same thing. Guns up, shooting.
Okay, roll for danger.
We are not being tactical about this, but I am apparently getting lucky. So, by getting lucky, I mean, well, I guess it was overt. So, that was an 11.
Okay, yeah. You just kind of like and you just go. The simulation kind of. You're all kind of just standing in the back of the simulation room with the next game, kind of floating in air, doing that little back and forth, kind of like dancing move that a lot of early 3D things did.
Sure.
Oh, victory dance.
Yeah. I'm gonna look over at Blackbird and be like, "Oh, a little bit of feedback here. Next time we stick together as a team, you proofing off. I know you're probably trying to get a high ground or whatever, but you should have made sure that you didn't leave me and Inferno in the dust."
Yeah, and then I like you guys and lose right away.
Actually, Key Carbuncle, you have influence over Blackbird actually. So I think that's a label shift there.
Well, that'd be a label shift, yeah.
Just gotta think about here for a moment which one it is.
So it's me trying to put my views on him, or
basically you're telling him like the way you're telling him how he should be, kind of thing. Because like you weren't intending it, but God, that was feeling very passive aggressive there.
That's just a wee bit. Hey, I remember Sunshine and Rainbows, but I'm still an edgy guy underneath. I have a little bit of there's a little bit of whiskey in that punch bowl.
All right, because basically it's Key Carbuncle telling you to be smarter and less rash. That's shifting your superior up and your danger down.
That makes sense.
Good, my already -3 danger.
What do you mean -3?
I'm afraid.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, are you going to accept
I was going to say, I'm like, I thought danger would be one of your better stats. You seem like the real...
Freak's my better stats, and danger right now is my lowest.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to accept the influence?
Because I'm trying to avoid statusing him, can I change that?
It's not going to status him.
But it's, you know...
He's talking about effective roll, not actual stat.
Yeah.
So do you accept the influence or do you attempt to reject it?
I will attempt to reject it.
All right.
He did argue against it.
Yeah, roll flat. Roll.
Six.
Okay. Guess who's marking a condition?
Yep.
And I think I know what condition that is. Insecure.
Is it? Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Doing the opposite of what I was doing for this day.
Nope. Hurting your friend's feelings.
Blackbird's just gonna be fine. Whatever. This is stupid anyway.
See, that's your mistake, Blackbird. You let yourself care about what Key Carbuncle had to say.
Yeah. I'll have to change that.
Oh no!
All right. So, are you guys? Is there anything else you guys want to do in the aftermath of the first game there? From Team Blue?
I picked the gun.
Nope. I think we're good.
All right. Does Archangel go to start up the next game?
She starts up the next one.
All right. So the roulette starts spinning around. You see something that looks like a giant heart-shaped moon. You see, new stage, the food pyramid.
A food pyramid?
Hey,
Dad has some really weird stages here.
Well, it's the classic video game stage, a stage that is made out of food, and it has to be put into the form of a pyramid, so...
No, I think that is actually very clever. I like that.
Dad.
How much of it is
This is
flammable?
All of it's flammable, it's food. Inferno, you're gonna light the entire stage on fire.
Please enter your spawn zones!
Okay. Back to the blue.
Back to red.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Alright.
Alright.
I love you!
I'm not here. Okay. Yes, I look at you too. Take care of the dogs. They've been up my ass all night.
This is the time her mic works, of course.
Yep.
See you later.
Your mic was work. Oh, wait, there's your mic.
What works when Matt suddenly yells, "I love you!"
Your mic was working perfectly there before you were.
What?
While you
Mike
were
was
walking
working perfectly.
while you walked away.
Cute. Oh no. Tell me this thing.
Oh, is that the problem? It's using your built-in mic, not your headset mic?
Yes.
There, we figured out the problem.
God.
It might be a small problem.
I muted my mic. I'm like, you shouldn't have heard anything. That's a.
Well, at least we figured
That would
it
explain
out.
why my mic is having so much problem.
Yeah, because we... There we go. But
I'm sorry.
Fine, he wasn't doing anything too horrible. He was just saying, "I love you."
I'm so embarrassed.
anyways, as you guys go to the room, you see the wireframe start glowing, and it was like it kind of distorts for a moment, but continues forming it. Notably, you see kind of like a pyramid, like structure, kind of big. Like this is giant for your stage. The stages. There's like a labyrinth in the bottom, and there's like a open space in the top. But yeah, clearly nothing is afoot. Then it just all goes like dark, and there's like a faintly lit light. Let's start with Team Red here, this kind of thing.
Well, alright. I'm gonna stick with you guys. What's the plan?
Well, first we should probably find a good vantage point. Right?
Well, that would probably be the top of the pyramid.
Alright, then I guess we need to get away from our grains and up to the... Isn't it the top of the suites? That's right!
Yeah. You need to actually be able to see.
He says as Inferno looks around and light comes from the visor.
Probably with a ball of fire in his hand.
Well, no, like literally, I'm sorry, like Inferno can't not see in lit conditions where he looks. He is literally fire.
But probably talking more about the other two.
Blackbird, I'm gonna point this out to you because I think out of the group you would be the one to register it. You never heard the countdown for the planning countdown at all.
Something's wrong. Wasn't there a countdown last time?
Yeah, there was.
Like a computer countdown starting?
No response.
Well, I guess we should just continue on. That's weird.
As you as you step out into the wafer cookie labyrinth, you see in front of you a bouncing little pie.
A pie. Are there blackbirds in the pie?
What do you think?
Baking in a pie.
What do you do?
Blackbird's going to shoot at the pie.
It just kind of bounces back and kind of seems to be trying to lead you somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, I don't think this is any of our teammates' powers, so it's not like it's a trap.
Hi, everyone.
But maybe. Like, I imagine, like, how dark is it, per se?
Very dark. Like, it's like, basically, if it wasn't for Inferno, right now you'd be in, like, pitch black.
Well, perhaps since you're our torchbearer, Inferno, you should lead the way. Here.
Fine. Yeah.
Are you?
I'm right behind you.
In the words you probably never thought.
I'm actually going to give Inferno a little bit of a hug.
I'm going to ask you to rethink that action.
You don't want to do that.
Fine. You're right.
Please,
I'm gonna hug
please don't, for the sake.
I will let you do it, but you have to first roll to unleash your powers to do a protective berry heat shield first.
Yes.
Oh, I thought she was in a costume that we could still technically touch her, but
no.
The containment is what prevents it from melting the world around her.
Okay, never mind. If I know this, then I probably won't do this. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's still within your power set to, Carbuncle. This is basically from Final Fantasy, but Reflect is a common condition created by Carbuncle as a summon. So I figure your shields are well within your wheelhouse.
Of course, but no, in this situation, no, I don't think it's at that situation I need to touch her immediately.
So anyways, does Inferno follow the bouncing pie?
What a question.
Yes, the very weird sentence outside of a sing-along for Sweeney Todd.
Nursery rhyme that was read to us earlier.
Yeah.
I want us to follow it.
I think this thing is screaming trap right here.
Well, you are in a pyramid. I'm just saying, as far as fictional pyramids go, traps are kind of part and parcel. And it's
true.
And in this case, it's a food pyramid, so why not have a pie-based trap?
True. Good thinking. Maybe we shouldn't follow the pie. Let's go the other direction.
Does Kitty Carbuncle just wander off in the other direction?
I'm not leaving them behind.
No, I can still within your ability to do so.
No. I supported that we stay together as a team. I even told Blackbird off for running off last time. So no, I'm making sure we stick together.
Alright.
Could someone move so we're not just standing in the same spot as the spawn?
Yeah. So, I imagine, is there another tunnel or direction?
Yeah, there's a fork. There is a fork in the tunnel.
Probably turn and go the other direction.
Okay. Yeah, you guys kind of walk down that way for a few twists and turns, and suddenly you find yourself facing. You find yourself coming back out that same T intersection the way you entered it from, but facing the other direction, and there's still that pie just bouncing.
Yeah. Guess we have to follow the pie.
That fucking demon messing with me again.
Or, we can go around. We can try the other pathway for another 2.1415 times.
And you think that's going to really do some good?
It was a math pun.
That would make you a terrible math pun.
So we cut over to Team Blue.
Yes.
You like the rest of them. You saw there was a little zzz when the wireframe was loading, but
Yes.
But you find yourself now at the edge of a darkened labyrinth. I assume Artemis is actually able to see fine because I assume that just I feel like part of your purview, you have night vision.
Yeah, definitely.
Like just you can see the dark. That's not a huge thing, and I feel like either Regalia or Archangel can easily conjure something else for light for the rest of the crew.
Sure. Archangel would probably be on that pretty quick.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So you see a bunch of tunnels branching off, and like what clearly looks to be a maze, and it's all made out of like waffle cone kind of walls. That's the texture of it, at least.
Okay.
Interesting.
What do you do?
I guess the first thing would be to decide which direction we're gonna head.
Yeah.
Archangel, you're the first one to notice this. There is no voiceover for the timer for the planning. Because you're the one who set this up, so you would notice like, hey, that's supposed to play
like right away. Yeah, that something's wrong. And she'll say that out loud. There's no countdown, guys.
Just make sure you're.
There was no countdown.
I'm focusing.
This is your scene.
I understand. Huh.
I
think there's something wrong with the program.
You think someone tampered with it?
Right. You're the one who would know.
Could be a tamper, could be a bug. But can she get out of the program once it started
You should have access.
Troubleshoot?
You would have access to I figure if you have your wrist computer or something, you should be able to
on her. Yeah, okay.
You should be
Wouldn't an error with a device that creates the reality we're in be fairly bad?
Yeah. she'll start.
I'm not sure which I wish was true then.
But she's gonna start going through the program on her wrist computer.
Yeah, you see the program, but you're also noticing. You look at the top, you say connection not found.
What?
That sounds bad. That's bad, right?
I guess the next question would be, can she shut the program down from? Or do they have to get through the next round?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have you roll plus superior because you are trying to assess the situation now.
Okay.
Because this is past the point where I can give you just easy information here on this stuff.
Sure.
Without giving up the goose on the full situation.
Holy shit! My dice left me today. 11, 14.
All right. Ask 2 questions from the assess the situation list, which includes what here can I use to blank, what here is the biggest threat, what here is in the greatest danger, who is most vulnerable to me, and how can we best end this quickly?
How can we best end this quickly? And what was the other one?
Biggest threat, greatest danger.
Biggest threat was the other one.
Okay, as you're kind of going through this thing, it's like you've had small errors like this before, but you've never lost connection, and you kind of switch to start knowing because these are all constructs. This isn't full on reality warping kind of thing. So you start scanning for local other networks, maybe to try to piggyback. You find nothing. So the first thing I'm going to give you on this situation here, which is kind of the biggest threat, is whoever took you here, because you're not in Kansas anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that whatever force pulled you out of the game into this alternate reality thing is the biggest threat. How can we best end this quickly? Find the thing that brought you here and make them take you back. I could give you more than that, but unfortunately, you start to realize this is probably not in your own wheelhouse so much.
Right. Yeah, so she turns to the other two and says, "We are not in the game anymore."
If we're not in the game anymore, then where exactly are we?
I don't know. Whoever or whatever pulled us here for a reason, and we need to find them if we want out. And we should probably find the other three, because I guarantee they're here too.
Alright, so speaking of the other three, you kind of follow the pie, and eventually you got taken out. You actually find yourself standing out. Outside, you find yourself like walking on a walkway on the exterior of the pyramid, and there's like a staircase leading up to the top dais. You also realize it's more of like less of a food pyramid and more of a food ziggurat. You look around the landscape. It looks like it's a giant land of dessert. Yes, that is right. It's a food pyramid in the middle of a dessert. And you look up, it's a night sky. There is a big pizza pie in the sky.
The more I explore the world, the more I hate it.
That's a more.
And the pie is kind of bouncing along up to the top of the food ziggurat. What do you do?
Well, I suppose we keep on following the pie.
Alright. Just give me an idea of
Wonderful day for pie.
what's the general order you guys are walking in. Just so I can know for explaining what happens next.
I believe.
I think, yeah, Inferno's probably in front since he's the source of light.
Yep.
I imagine I'm holding up the rear to make sure I can keep an eye to keep an eye on both my other teammates who are having trust issues.
I feel sorry for Blackbird right now.
Yeah.
Because he's
Back in the middle.
Well, I guess I'm default middle.
Yeah.
I mean, he causes issues. I will shove him off the ziggurat.
This is
That's rude.
Anyways, you climb up top and you just see this. You realize the top of this food ziggurat is a giant pie. What do you do?
Well, I guess we're going to be walking up that pie to that pie.
Oh, on a side note, because I just thought of this.
Uh-huh.
Could the other team start switching through comm channels to try and find them? Not right now, obviously, but
Well, I figure your team would be the one to try that because you realize something that
sure.
you more realize.
Yeah,
something.
yeah. That's what I'm
But,
saying. Is that our team is trying to flip through our comm channels, see which one they're on to get a hold of them.
You aren't finding any. Let's just switch over to you as they are wandering out onto the big ziggurat pie. As you kind of switch through it, you switch to the channel they're supposed to be on. You're just getting static, like not like
Right.
noise static, but like jamming static. I'll give you that much here. Like you can tell the difference
Sure.
between you're not hearing anything because there's nothing to hear versus you're not hearing anything because something is in the way.
Something's jamming the signal.
Hey, we're not in Silent Hill.
Cute. All right.
You mean Silent Pie?
Okay. Artemis, Regalia, we gotta go find the others. Something's blocking our signal. We need to go.
All right.
Regalia,
Okay.
you think you could send out some like gloves or something, see if they can track them down?
Well, I suppose we're. Do we have only one direction here to go in the?
Oh no, there's several.
I'm like, oh, I could try.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
what it seems to be is a long corridor with a lot of branching off hallways, and then it kind of reaches a final fork at the end.
All right, so we move a little bit, and then start moving forward, and I do the thing where I try and expand the senses.
All right, roll to unleash your powers.
That is freak, right?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm trying to click through my stuff. Okay, here we go. Oh wow.
I'm sorry, I thought that was a joke.
I get a very good picture of what's going on, I think. That's a 14.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a fantastic roll.
Yeah, you kind of send your minions, your little clothing minions scurrying around through all the different corridors, and you start after a little. You wait for a little bit. You kind of canning on them, and then suddenly the scene looks like it's something out of Scooby-Doo, where you suddenly see them kind of crisscrossing their paths and in ways like one went off to the left, and suddenly you see it coming out from the right, and it's just like you realize quickly that this is not a maze that is meant to be solved. It's a maze that's meant to trap.
Oh dear, space is twisted here. I think we need to worry about ourselves first.
Yeah.
Okay, so any idea how we get out of here?
Also, because you rolled well, I will give you a little more because you're the one who's magically aware in this. You get a you get a bit of a feel of the kind of magic, that's kind of thing. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like similar. It doesn't feel like the kind of stuff you dealt with the masks. It actually feels very familiar to stuff you've been around when you've been around Blackbird, actually. So it has a similar resonance. It's not the same. Like you probably could identify it if this was Blackbird's doing with that role, but
right. But I sort of get the idea that this is the same school of magic that he uses.
It comes from a similar source.
I couldn't do it.
I'm like, oh, this may or may not bode well, but I feel like this is involved with Blackbird.
Blackbird.
It's not his magic, but it's the same sort of magic that he might use. Perhaps
what? We might be lost?
I mean, we're definitely lost.
Well, lost as we can't get home, not lost as in we're lost in a maze.
Oh, yes, that. Oh dear. None of my things found like an additional place either, did they?
Yeah.
Like they didn't find any notable areas.
Not as such, no.
Unfortunately, none of the scouts actually saw any kind of notable area. I start trying to examine the walls, I guess. That's the only thing you think of.
Yeah, we can put a pause and you guys will jump over to the other scene here. I picture you it's kind of dimly lit, even without Inferno, so you guys I'm picturing you guys kind of fanning out over the pie.
One small thing, I'm like, I didn't think the simulation could do this level. I'm going to take out my little laser gun, and I want to fire it at just the wall randomly, just to see.
You're in the open air. There is no wall.
No, I thought we were climbing up the pyramid.
You climb. This is the top of the pyramid. That's why I said it's more of a ziggurat than a pyramid, but it's got a big flat top. That's also a pie.
My man, there's too much pie.
Yeah.
Bye.
But yeah, unfortunately, I realized something I had lost, which I am sad about. But I mean, I can transcribe it in the future. But I just went to look for it, and apparently, when my computer, my Surface went bork, I lost the re-edited version of 24 and 20 Blackbirds.
Oh.
Oh.
So, but you just start here. The pie underneath everyone starts to undulate, and a best described as demon crows kind of launch out near Inferno and Carbuncle and start basically drag them down into the tarry mess of pie filling beneath them, kind of just dragging them like down to like neck deep.
The question is, what kind of pie is it? Can we tell yet?
Blackbird.
Oh. It's not actually a flavored pie.
It's just blackbird pie.
It's a blackbird pie.
There's a blackbird in the pie.
Do you want to bet how many blackbirds there are in there?
5 and 20.
Bet it's 4 and 20.
4 and 20, not 5
Nope.
and 20.
It's 3 and 20.
3 and 20 blackbirds. So is that like 3 times 20?
No, I think it's 24, but
Okay.
in this case it's 23.
Okay. Oh, times is of, not...
Yeah. Yeah, and is add, yeah.
Yeah, since Blackbird was in the middle and both his teammates got dumped into the pie, he's going to look around, his staff's going to glow with his energy, who's there?
Alright, I gotta give him. I just realized I had been this was the plan from the beginning here, or at least for as long as this is as of today, and I just gotta think. I didn't practice a voice for this guy.
Okay.
To get into your head.
Okay. So yeah, you have your staff, and you're kind of pointing around and saying who's there or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just clarifying.
Yeah, because clearly someone's fucking with me.
You just see you turn around and you look back in the same direction. There's just a robed figure. I know this is a comparison point, but don't get too hung up on the comparison point. Think about how the robes of Ansem, Seeker of Darkness in the first Kingdom Hearts, the brown robe,
yes.
that kind of completely eclipses. That's kind of the voice I'm going to go with here. I'm going to try to. I'm going to do an attempt. It doesn't have to be Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. It just has to be inspired by it. Put away your foolish stick, boy. Lest you want their fates to be sealed like yours.
Blackbird sighs and drops his staff. I have nothing to do with this. Let them out. Go.
They had nothing to do with it. Say those words like they are supposed to move something within me. They said the same thing about you.
What are you talking about?
Oh, 1 second here. Gotta quick pull up my name chart. Because I did, as soon as I see the name, I'll remember it, but...
Yeah.
Where's... Okay, there we go. Was it Chadwick? Your dad's name?
I think it was something like that, yeah.
We'll say Chadwick and we'll
What is Chad?
No, it's Chadwick. Father. had the second. Your mother didn't catch her name. Didn't really care. They were just in the way.
Who the fuck are you?
By the way, also, is this something that both me and Inferno can hear as well?
Oh yeah, you can totally hear it. You're completely here. You're allowed to shout obscenities, however the frick you want. It just, I will say that you are being volume controlled enough so that like you're still audible. It just, you can't blurt out what he's saying. So just for thematic pacing.
I like you know in Naruto where like Itachi puts a crow down Naruto's throat. I imagine in that.
I will take your word for it because I have no idea.
Okay.
I do.
Smile and nod. Smile and nod.
Jane knows what I'm talking about.
I'm sure that almost everyone but me knows what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
haven't a clue.
Yes, I do too. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember it. Theoretically, I might have seen the scene.
We know what you're talking about. It's fine.
Okay. Anyways. Names have power. Like I would give you any of mine. You just may refer to me as Warlock.
Okay, that last bit.
Names have power, so I don't think I'm going to give you any of mine. You can simply refer to me as Warlock.
Well then, Warlock, what is it you want?
What do I want power. I want to escape the specter of death. And today, I'm about to gain both those things.
I can assume you're the one who still struggling against the crows, but I imagine me and Inferno's heads are still popped out of the pipe.
Yeah, you're clearly able to observe this whole thing.
And it's just, so I'm struggling a bit. I'm like, well, I assume it's you who brought us here then. Makes sense. I don't think I remember programming the food pyramid level in the first place.
Oh my god.
Hi, Miguel.
It's only the type of thing I could do, but I didn't think it was part of our array.
Inferno and Blackbird, you witnessed something you never thought you could see. A look of disgust that is visible through completely obscuring robes. Like, there is, like, the body language is so subtle but so crystal clear at revulsion at whatever Cutie Carbuncle represents. Like,
excellent.
Not necessarily like the magical, like, oh, you are the magical anathema to this. It's just like, ugh. I can't stand the fact that we live on the same planet. And as much of many things we have with that level of distaste, he ignores her. Yeah, so, yeah, he said power and to escape the specter of death, and both of which I seek to do today. And Kitty Carbuncle interchimed in. Don't worry your little head, Rainier. You will survive. You always do. No one around you lives. That's your fate.
Don't you leave them out of this. You want me? Come for me.
So egotistical. I'll admit, most of your little crew, I could care less. There are means to an end. But two of them, I can assure you, are far more valuable to me than even your self-inflated sense of worth would say.
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Sorry, I know this guy is not very loud, so. Basic gist of it here, he says, most of your group is just means to an end for me, but two of them are more important to me than even your inflated sense of worth was. Basically saying they're worth more to me than how much you think you are worth to me.
Okay.
Cutie does a little hair flip. I was like, look, I know if you really wanted to meet me, we could have, set up a more reasonable. Like, there's all sorts of meet and greet situations you could have come to socialize and get along with us.
Okay, Cutie Carbuncle! Cutie Carbuncle! No. This is mechanics kicking in because you are provoking the evil wizard. What do you want him to do?
Well, this kid, I imagine I'm trying to distract him to either give an opening to one of my allies here, hopefully.
Okay, so, well, just say what you... Yeah, just tell me what you want Warlock to do in this situation. Do you want him to, lash out at you and giving a chance to break free, or Rainier to do something?
I mean, yeah, if he wants to try to lash out at me so that way maybe with a little proper timing instead I can free myself, that would be appreciated.
Alright, so go ahead and roll plus superior as you attempt to provoke him.
Look, I wasn't trying to provoke him initially, but part of this was...
That is completely what you were doing. That is so what you were doing.
I know, I'm just kind of trying to do the Spider-Man thing of distracting him with words while everyone is able to, escape and do other things. So let's see. You said superior?
Yep.
Oh, I should probably clear off first. Okay, that's a 0, so let's see. Okay, a 6. I'm at... Isn't that a fail?
It's a fail unless someone wants to spend some team to help.
I'm honestly okay with it being a fail because it means I get the March potential, right?
Mm-hmm. And I don't think this is a very relevant role.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the problem is that failures like this still carry consequences.
Yeah,
It's not
that nothing happens. It is that something happens that I get to pick, and it's not supposed to be nice. So if Virgo wants to say spend the one team and also shout some obscenities at him, I could give you on that.
But you could still allow it to fail and see where things go.
So, up to, someone has to be willing to help, and you have to be willing to accept the help. So, what says you, Jane?
I mean, if this is a situation, I don't mind seeing what consequential rise, just so I can gain some potential.
Okay, so you don't want the help?
All right.
I mean, we do have a team. I don't know when team leads to pool.
Right now you have a pool of 3.
Oh, that's right. We do have a pool. Remember, I thought I gave this a team pool earlier in combat as well. So
yeah,
I guess we do have to.
Yeah, you have a pool of 3 because you get one at the start of every session, and because of the action, because you rolled well in your cover and support, it actually gave you an additional team in the pool.
Okay. So I'm kind of okay with probably taking what's going to be my first bit of counteract. So I'll take the penalty.
Okay. So she's
Negative
just
penalty.
he's just like, all right, 1 second here.
So if I need to put you back into space, I would.
No. I know. Trust me. I know exactly where his headspace is. I'm just looking at my moves to figure out what exactly he is doing.
Kitty is putting a nice little target on her fluffy, cat-eared head.
Oh.
Is that in character or out of character? Your laugh.
Yes.
Carbuncle, he just kind of raises a rope hand, and like black ichor kind of just pulls you up in a bubble, and you're kind of just in this bubble, kind of like. Your tongue is incessant, but I feel there is something of value to extract from you. Also, I realize this guy is slowly slipping into evil regalia voice.
Yeah.
Evil regalia?
Evil regalia.
Evil regalia is a thing?
Also known as regalia. I mean, no.
Okay.
I mean, you never know. Evil Inferno was a thing.
But yeah, so suddenly the bubble kind of, you feel, Carbuncle, you feel something being drained from you. And there's a pop, and you're not Kitty Carbuncle right now.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
As a little bubble of glowing magical energies floats away from you.
Alright, so this is actually stealing something very important from me, so.
I'm just going to point out here, under the Janus, one of the GM moves is take away their mask.
Monster.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it is. So I wasn't going to gain potential from it then. Fine, I see how it is.
Hey, you gain potential and complications happen.
You still got the potential just to lose your mask.
I offered!
Alright, I want to clarify this for the purposes. One, if he's stealing, is he basically trying to take my trinket? So am I not just depowered, kind of, or am I literally reverted back to my normal form?
You reverted temporarily back to you. Like, I'm going to be upfront about this. This is not going to be a permanent thing. You're just temporarily depowered, because no matter how the situation ends, I'm not going to take away your power like this. Okay?
Oh, of course not. I'm just saying in general, like, if I was still technically in my female form, I just didn't have my powers, or if he was just outright.
You reverted.
You're just saying, no, he's taking my secret. He's taking my secret.
Yeah.
He's removing your powers for now. But
the important thing is that these two people are basically being the more impactful part is, like, yes, you're temporarily losing access to your powers. More impactful is that both Inferno and Blackbird can see. So Blackbird,
I would like to, yes.
What do you do?
Well, seeing as this guy's distracted, I would like to take a foolhardy action without your team.
Without consulting your team? Yeah.
I'm going to try to tackle this guy off the ziggurat.
Okay. Roll plus danger. Your danger that got dropped lower by Cutie Carbuncle.
Yep. Thanks, Cutie.
No problem.
Well, that's a 4, and if this is directly engaging the target, that would be a 2.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah.
On the bright side, though, at the end of the scene, you can, in fact, clear insecure. So as you kind of charge at him, just a plume of the demonic birds kind of erupt from there, dripping ichor and everything, and just kind of blast you back. However, the bubble is now still floating in the air as he just kind of turns to face at you. He's like, "You care about this? How sad." And you're going to go ahead and mark angry on that one.
Okay, yep.
I feel like that's the appropriate emotional response there.
Mm-hmm.
But he just kind of pauses for a moment. He kind of looks at the thing. It's like he kind of looks at it and he kind of shuns away. It is exceptionally bright, this little ball of magic.
Yeah, I imagine it's just, like completely bright pink.
And it's like he just kind of looks at it and sighs and says, "This is useless to me." He kind of looks at you and it's like, "But I might have a way to make it more palatable." And he just kind of with a wave of his hand, directs the magical ball into Blackbird.
Oh.
And that's where, and there's just a pink explosion, and that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Okay.
Because I feel like I want a full week to think about the repercussions of that little thing.
And we still have the other half of the team trying to figure out where the hell they are and how to find the others.
I was trying to be a smart aleck, and it bit me in the butt. And you know what? It makes sense.
And our roles are reversed.
Yeah, I don't know what the full repercussions of it. It's just like kind of as soon as you started dashing him, I thought, oh, I want to do this. I want to see what mayhem comes from it.
So, like, the final panel, then just him after tackling this guy, and like, that's it.
No. The final panel is he put the magic. He put your magic into Blackbird, and then the pink explosion.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be.
I mean, making your magic more palatable sounds like goth magic girl.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be gloomy Blackbird. Alright, so end of session moves. We'll just start with the people in my meat space, and then we'll kind of go over to the digital side.
After we finish Anna, I'm probably going to be getting off on there so I can restart my computer and do some updates.
Yep. Artemis, did you go closer to the team, away from the team, or in the image of yourself?
Hard, I didn't do much.
You can put a hold on it, and we'll double up next week.
I'll put a hold on it.
Okay. Inferno?
Probably closer to the team.
Who made you feel welcome?
Cutie.
As usual.
Cutie makes everyone feel welcome.
Cutie, we're still the angsty teens.
God, stop rating on the angsty teen parade. Well, congratulations. Now you get to be me, and I can be the team.
Part of me just wants to say, like, really wants to see what would love to see the art of the theoretical magical fusion of Blackbird with Kitty Carbuncle's magic.
I was gonna ask it. Am I just do I look like just Kitty Carbuncle, or do I have my own magical girl form?
You have your own magical girl form. It's like, you know, the elements of the two combine, because like Dante would not. Dante gets overwritten because he doesn't have native magic of his own. But you have powerful. You have conflicting influences on you.
Okay.
On one side you have a devil. On the other side you have a little carbuncle.
So, all right.
We'll
So,
have to
did
think on
you clear condition or mark potential?
Um.
I'm betting it's going to be a condition.
Yes. Get me down to a slightly more manageable.
Clearing afraid might be beneficial considering the context.
Yeah, I'll clear afraid.
Just because I figure you might be directly engaging some threats next week.
Yeah.
I like to think this comic's cover would be, like next week's comic cover is, Who's Gloomy Blackbird?
Yeah, it would be like a parody of like what, how would you would imagine Cutie Carbuncle's issue cover to look like, except instead it's just Blackbird replacing.
Yeah. All right, Archangel.
Yo.
Close to the team, image of yourself, or away from the team.
I'm gonna have to
Or hold.
You know what? I didn't do much this time. I'm gonna hold.
Okay.
For now. See what happens next week.
Regalia.
I guess I'll hold too.
Okay.
I didn't have a lot happening.
Yep. Jane ESP. Cutie Carbuncle. Or in this case, Dante.
Well, both. Yes.
Well, just right now, Dante.
Yeah. Not from Devil May Cry.
Yes, we know. So that's where he totally got the name from.
Inferno. Yes.
No.
Dante's Inferno.
Oh, wow, I just didn't even think about that.
What?
Now we have a ship
That
name.
was my thought.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now
we totally have a ship.
ship name. Oh boy, here we go.
Wow, did
It has started.
did it seriously take us this long to think of that? Wow.
Yes,
Yes.
I thought of
it
it
did.
ages ago.
You're only just sharing it now? This could have been a ship a long time ago. I'm sorry.
I think I grew into closer to the team, especially with this last little bit where apparently my identity has been ripped from me for at least two of my team members.
Yeah. So who made you feel welcome?
Oh, darn it. I mean, in some ways, I guess it's a good thing I'm on the team I am, because this is the team of the fellow guys. So I'm not complaining too much that my identity got stolen with two of the male members of my team.
So, who made you feel closer to the team, though?
Definitely Inferno in this situation, because they did finally open up to me, and I can understand a little bit more why they were pissed off earlier.
Go ahead and Inferno. Which labels should Carbuncle shift? And you can clear a condition, which you have none. So go ahead and mark another potential, because hey, you earned it.
Oh, me or Inferno?
You, because you have no conditions to clear, so you mark potential.
I mean, if you really want, you can clear another, one of my conditions.
I mean, wow, I'm already back up to 3 potential, and I just...
Yeah, when you don't have conditions.
It's really easy to gain experience.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually gonna do Savior up and Freak down.
Okay, that really fits in this kind of the situation.
Freak down and what up?
Savior.
Oh, well, that's really nice. Huh? I'll take that, sure.
You don't get to reject this one. And last but not least, what does Blackbird feel? Just before we'll assume just before the forcible magical fusion.
Forcible magical transformation.
No.
I think we're going to go closer to the team because, Cutie Carbuncle did try to distract this guy, which at least he kind of took it as like, oh, hey, this is an opening for me. And it's going to be interesting. Oh, yes, and I probably got closer to find out my Doom stuff.
This definitely feels progress towards, not very successful progress, but progress all the same. Mm-hmm. So go ahead and mark potential, and you can clear a condition or mark additional potential. And Kitty Carbuncle, what stats does Rainier need to shift?
Well, I don't want to give him another affliction. That would be bad.
Yeah, I'm going to take away Afraid because I feel like, I would like to stop rolling at a -4.
And you also clear Insecure. Because you did take the clear step there, so.
I mean, is there one I shouldn't be touching, Dustin?
Danger's the only one that I would request you not to touch.
Danger is at -2.
Well, I mean, we're just a little reckless. I could give you a plus there just so we have a little bit more wiggle room. Which would make kind of sense because even you did just dive in the way while I was distracting. Which unfortunately, because I saw that it wasn't successful, that feels like a situation where it's more. And then what goes down? Right now, I don't think you're that mundane.
Works.
Especially after how this episode ended.
If it was going a little bit later, I would have said Freak Up, which would totally fit in. But you don't know. That is in flavor. I'm going to say Mundane down, Freak Up, because congratulations, you get to be part of my what's the label or the mask, because that is what my mask is Freak.
Yep. So we'll deal with.
By the way, I think I actually have a good name. I'm Black Angel now.
I feel like it still needs to be a creature, just because that's kind of like.
Okay.
So. Also, because that would be one thing if you stole Archangel's powers.
That's fair.
That would be interesting, though.
Yeah. I don't intend to make this a frequent occurrence, okay? This is just how the...
we can't power stop!
No!
Not as such. That may happen later on, but I feel like that'll be more of a result of stuff with the Mask Maker arc.
That's just being silly.
Well, just,
I pity the person that unfortunately swaps with Inferno.
Swaps what with Inferno?
Powers.
Swaps powers with Inferno.
Powers?
We were talking about
I was
theoretically.
being ridiculous. This turned into a thing.
Oh god.
All right. Before we go too crazy here, let me get the outro here. All right. As always, you can join our Discord. Link down in the description. Chat with us and discuss the channel or channel-adjacent topics, or what else you want to. Like why we should have noticed Dante's Inferno at this point.
I can't believe none of you noticed that. It was my first thought.
You can also follow us on Twitter at Tales Across to get updates from us and be notified when the channel goes live. Character art is done by friend of the show, Carl. Links to below to their DeviantArt and Ko-fi account. Finally, like and subscribe to get both future content and help us reach a wider audience. So, to those watching us in the past, present, and future, here comes Gloomy Blackbird, and good night.